All right, now I'm on the homework P187. Number 1 was done for you. Number 2, couple different ways you can do this. You can count all the boxes in here, just write that number out. So you could literally go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just keep counting till you get all the boxes. That's of course one way to do it. Another way is to find each rectangle, the area of each rectangle. And remember, this rectangle is going to have the same area as this rectangle. These are the two sides. The bottom is going to have the same area as the top. And then the front and the back, these two are going to have the same area. So you could find the area of A and then multiply that by 2. Find the area of B, multiply that by 2. Find the area of C, multiply that by 2. And then add up these 3 areas. Okay, that's another way of doing it. That's the faster way. But of course, you can always count all of them as well. Okay, let's look at number 3. This time they didn't give you the net, but you can see here, we'll call this the front. And there's going to be a front and the back that are the same. Call this the right side. And there's going to be a right and a left. We'll call this one up here the top. And there's going to be a top and a bottom. So really, if we find the area of these 3, then we can find the area of the surface area of the whole figure by then multiplying each one of those by 2. So let's look at this front one real quick. Think of this as just a regular rectangle. Nice and easy. 7. This line is the same length as this line times 3. So for the front here, 7 times 3, which of course is 21. And then there's a front and the back, so you multiply that by 2. You get 42. You never erase your work, okay? That way I can help you. All right, let's look at the right side. This box here, it's 3 by 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and then there's going to be a right and a left, so we multiply that by 2. We get 18. That's 18. And then let's look at this top here. This line right here, we know is the same as this line, 7. And then this line is the same length as this line, 3. So again, we have another 7 by 3, which we already found out. 7 times 3 is 21, and then there is a top and a bottom. So we multiply that by 2, and we get 42, because we've already done it once. And then we add these all up, and that's going to be our final answer. Okay. Now, same thing over here. The front is 5 by 4. So you're going to do 5 times 4. Get this answer. Multiply it by 2. Okay, next, you're going to take the sides. So this is 1 by 4. Get that answer. Multiply it by 2 because there's a right and a left side that are the same. Okay, finally, you're going to get the top, which is 5 by 1. Get that answer, multiply it by 2, and then you're going to add those 3 final answers up to get your very final answer. Okay, I'm going to let you do 5 on your own. Try it out. Actually, no, I'm going to do 5 for you. I'm going to change up my colors just so you can see it a little better. Okay, let's start with this front. We'll do the front in red. So this is 6.5 by 3, because this line and this line are going to be the same length. So I have one number behind the decimal here, no numbers behind the decimal here, so I'm going to move my decimal over 1 when I get my final answer. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Move my decimal over 1, 19.5. And there, again, there's going to be a front There's the front of the box. And there's going to be a back of the box. So I take this and multiply it by 2, the front and the back. So again, one number behind the decimal here, no numbers behind the decimal there. I'm going to move it over 1. 2 times 5 is 10, carry my 1. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. 2, carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Move my decimal over 1, so that's 39 for the front and the back. Plus, now again, you never erase your work. Okay, you have plenty of scratch paper. So let's change my pen color. Let's look at this side now. So we have 2 by 3, or 3 by 2, which is 6. And again, there's this right side. And then on the other side of the box is the left side. So we multiply that by 2 as well to get both sides. So we are including both sides. So that's 12. So then plus 12. And lastly, we have the top now, this rectangle up here. And remember, the top is going to be the same as the bottom. So the top, this line is going to be the same as this line, so it's 6.5. And then this line is going to be the same length as this line down here, so that's times 2. One number behind the decimal, so I'm going to move my decimal over 1 when I get my answer. 2 times 5 is 10, carrying my 1. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Move my decimal over 1, I get 13. But again, there's a top. So top, and there's a bottom. So I have to take 13, and I can just rewrite 13.0 as just 13, and times that by 2, because we have to include the top and the bottom. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 1 is 2. So lastly, I'm going to add 26, and then this will give me my final answer. Okay, hope that helps you better visualize the problem. All right, let's go back to my trusty rusty red. Jeremiah is covering a cereal box with fabric for a school project. The box is 6 by 2 by 14. So you need to do 6 times 2, 6 times the 2, and then the 6 times the 14. And you can flip this if you like. I prefer to have the bigger number on top. And now the only thing that we haven't, so I go on to the 2. I've already done 6 times 2. I did it right here. I haven't done 2 times 14 though. So then I do 14 times the 2. So now I've got all my combinations. You're going to get these 3 answers. But remember, 6 times 2 is going to be 12, but then you have to multiply that by 2. Get this answer, multiply it by 2, because you got to get the front and the back, or the top and the bottom, or the left and the right. 14 times 2, get that answer, and then multiply it by 2 again, and then you add the 3 up. Okay, remember, we always had to multiply it by 2 because there's a front and a back, or a left and a right. I'll let you finish that one up on your own. Okay, same thing over here, 3.5, 1, and 10. We need to find the surface area. So I got to multiply the 3.5 by each number. And this goes back and forth, right? This by this, or this times this, doesn't matter. So 3.5 times 1, you're going to get that answer, and then you got to multiply by 2, because there's a front and a back. Then you do 3.5 times 10. Don't forget to put your decimal in the right spot. You're going to get that answer, and then you're going to multiply that by 2. And then the only thing that hasn't been done, so see, these two have been multiplied together, these two have been multiplied together, now these two have to be multiplied together. So 10 times 1, and get that answer and multiply it by 2. Then you're going to take these three answers and add them up to get your final answer. All right, again, if you need additional help, don't hesitate to raise your hand. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.